Hello everyone. Today I would like to read out the 13th chapter titled That Day from my manuscript, The King's Daughter and Him. The story is a work of fiction. All characters, events, and places are imaginary or symbolic in nature. Any resemblance to real person, living or dead, or real events is purely coincidental. The story is intended for entertainment, creative expression, and interpretive storytelling purposes only. I'd like to read out the story. My friend continued narrating the story. He said, "It was a Friday evening. After the usual drawing and painting class at the palace, I was with my colleague. We had decided to watch a movie. As I watched a few scenes from it, I could relate to them. Those days, I was constantly looking for ways to break the wall that the king's daughter had built around her. By then, I had understood that her weakness was her sibling. I was not just trying to teach her drawing and painting, I wanted to be her friend." I said, "Just a friend?" He said, "Yes." He continued, "I realized that I couldn't be anything else because of her royal family stature. The more I got to know her, the more I felt that she too valued those 2 hours with me, even though she was not open about it. She always seemed stern, but her eyes and body language told a different story. Perhaps she too knew the reality. She could never be anything other than the king's daughter. She could never be a woman, especially with a stranger like me. Those 2 hours were completely monitored by the king, his assistants, and the security guards. The king was extremely protective of his daughter. I was unsure if she would ever speak to me at night. Those moments of sadness and pain were meant for someone dear to her. I did not know who that person was. I had only come to know about it through the phone call. She was sharing everything with that person. I did not have the courage to ask her anything, so I decided to show her a movie based on sibling love. I thought I could present it as inspiration for her artwork. Over the past few days, she had been drawing based on visuals we watched on the computer. I was happy about her progress, and so was the king. I had to take his permission for showing the movie, but he was against anything related to siblings. He wanted me to show scenes of war, pain, and harsh realities of life. I wasn't sure why he was against it. I couldn't question him. He held the authority over everything within the palace. I told him it was part of her learning. The king said, "Skip it. It's not required." I couldn't argue further. There were only roadblocks, and reaching her heart seemed like the most difficult task. I had already downloaded the movie on my laptop. He asked me to delete it before entering her room. I told him I could use it later for myself or someone else. He said, "You can download it again later, but when you enter her room, do not carry such visuals with you." The king was in command, and I deleted it. I had also saved a written story based on sibling love. I knew it would be difficult to show her a movie in that environment, but I still wanted to try something. That evening, after showing a few visuals approved by the king, and once the guards were assured that I was following instructions, I gathered the courage to ask her to read the story. She whispered, glancing at the guards, "I'm not allowed." I said, "It's about sibling love. Read it. It's between you and me. No one will know." She read it while the guards looked around casually. I wasn't sure if the king was watching, but I took the risk. I couldn't allow the woman within her to continue living in pain. I believed no law could punish someone for reading a story, especially if she wanted to read it. She read it. Her eyes were wet. I placed a tissue on the table and whispered, "Wipe your tears. You're being watched." She followed my instruction. I smiled and she smiled back. I just hoped she wouldn't be noticed. She was not allowed to express emotions. She had been made strong by the king for reasons only he knew. That day after the class, I left my phone on the table. I whispered, "If you need help, call me. You can call me anytime, even in the middle of the night." My friend said, I did not tell her about the earlier time when I had left my phone in her room intentionally. I wasn't sure if her companion would allow her to speak to me at night. I even wondered if that person was appointed by the king. Anyway, I took the risk. She did not object. She just looked at me sternly again and said nothing. There was silence. I wasn't sure if she would call that night, but I waited. I said, "Did she call you that night?" He said no. Over the next few days, things continued as usual, but my curiosity and closeness towards her increased. Then one day, I decided to take a day off. It was a Saturday. After the class, I said, I'm planning to take leave tomorrow. She looked at me as if I had committed a crime. How can you take a day off? I need more inspiration. I looked at her and smiled. The guards were watching, and her face had already returned to its stern expression. I returned home. My colleague was busy responding to the proposals, both rejected ones and those he was interested in. I had a pile of soiled clothes to be washed. I left it for the next day. My friend said, I slept early that night. My phone was on silent. In the middle of the night, I woke up to drink water. Just then, I saw the screen light up briefly. It rang once, only once before disconnecting. The call was from the phone I had left in the king's daughter's room. I wasn't sure if I should call back at that hour. Perhaps it was dialed by mistake, like the previous time. I did not want to take that risk that could create problems for her. As he was narrating this, his phone rang. It was his friend from Pune. He said he would be meeting Nisha the next day and would update him. I said, if your friend doesn't like her, will you reject the proposal? He said, he knows my choice, just like you do. Maybe yes, maybe no. I can't say anything now. Let him meet her first. I said, don't you think that's being unfair to her? He said, I don't think so. She's also open to meeting others. We haven't committed to each other yet. This is quite common in an arranged marriage setup. We don't even have common connections through whom we got introduced. I remained quiet. I reached home. I knew he needed time to decide, especially after his recent interactions with the king's daughter. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about the story by writing in the comments section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.